Well, it was, obviously it's a good win for us, and I thought the kid from Penn State had a really good arm, maybe a little bit more than what we thought, on the scouting report. He's running up there pretty good. Big, tall lefty throwing 90 to 92. That's pretty tough. And so our guys battled him pretty well, and Jones got us off to a good start there in the first inning, and then we put 3 more across there in the second. We felt pretty good about the game at that point. Clark Schmidt was outstanding, very efficient, 7 innings and 81 pitches, and he struck out 8. So he was very, very polished with his command for the most part, and he was in control of the game from the get-go. He can be that way. That's what I saw pretty much all of January and February in our scrimmages, and he was doing that to our hitters. So when he throws the ball the way he's capable, he's tough to handle. It was great to see him throw the ball that way tonight. And I was proud of Koliel coming in and getting 6 strikeouts in 2 innings. His changeup's a very, very good pitch, and he threw the ball well too. Obviously, Jones stood out going 4 for 4. And with 4 RBIs, but some of our other guys had some pretty good at-bats too. So we'll take it and look forward to coming to the park to play tomorrow.
Talking about some of the other guys doing, I mean, every player, every starter had a hit. So, I mean, how great is that having that depth throughout the lineup?
Well, I mean, it's I got a lot of guys that didn't play that I think are pretty good too, and it's been very difficult for me to settle in on a lineup right now because y'all probably thought it was just coaches speak when I was telling you there's a lot of guys evenly matched, and I think you can probably see what I was talking about now from the way that they're all performing. But at some point, I'm going to have to narrow this thing down. I can't keep it a revolving door. I want to see some kids play. Some of them are still competing, to play, more than not, and I'm giving some guys some cracks while keeping 4, 5, 6 guys in there pretty much consistently all the time. So it's a good problem to have. I got some good kids and some good players, and hopefully they'll keep coming to the park every day to improve and get better and be a bunch of team guys, because everybody's not going to play as much as they want to. But feel good about the depth of our team and feel good about the way our pitchers are throwing, but we still have a lot of room for improvement.
You said that Clark Schmidt looked in control from the get-go, but at what point did you realize that, all right, this is the Clark Schmidt that I've seen all January?
Well, I mean, it didn't take long. I mean, he had a little giddy up on his fastball, and the ball was exploding out of his hand, and he was pretty flawless there for the most part. I guess 1 walk in 7 innings, and he was just sharp. I mean, that's Clark Schmidt, and he gives you a chance to win. He's so athletic. He's got great stuff. He's worked extremely hard in the weight room, and he's got a little different air about him this year than he did a year ago. Because of his maturity, his confidence level has increased, and he feels he belongs. And it's good to see him throw that way today.
Scott and Matt.
As a follow-up to 2 questions ago, I think today was Cullen's 4th start in 6 games at catcher. Jones, of course, at DH. Obviously, the way both guys are playing, I mean, is there any incentive on your part to change anything? Just you going to keep going?
That's a little bit of a different position, but I want to have 2. I got 3 really good catchers, and I'm sick that I haven't been able to play Hunter Taylor because he's much improved, and he probably is deserving of some opportunity. But Cullen and Jones are playing so well. And Cullen is very, very gifted in my eyes. He's as gifted and as advanced defensively as a young catcher as anybody that I've ever coached. I mean, that position comes awfully easy for him considering he's so young. And it's hard to take him out of the lineup. He's swinging a bat pretty good too. He's 1 for 4 today, I believe, but I think he hit 3 balls right on the nose. But I'm gonna keep those guys fresh. I'm gonna keep Cullen fresh. I'm gonna keep Jones fresh. I'm not gonna catch somebody every single day. I'm gonna keep their legs under them, so I'll have them and they'll be fresh and they'll be at their best. Hopefully in May and June when the games are and our season's on the line.
I know you said in preseason you were impressed with John Jones, but did you think he was capable of this kind of start, 13 RBIs in 6 games?
Well, he's hit his whole life. I mean, I can't sit here and say that you expect somebody to go 4 for 4 and, driving all those runs he's driven in. But some guys are getting on base for him, and he's getting some good pitches to hit. And when he's getting them, he's not missing. And he's pretty dialed in right now. But, he'll be the first to tell you it's a long season, and I love him. I love the presence he has in the middle of our lineup. Strong kid, and he's got a great plate approach. He knows what he's trying to accomplish in there, whether it's an 0-0 count or 0-2 count. He has a plan, and hopefully a lot of our guys are watching, not just him getting hits, but watching how he goes about his business. He's been very impressive, obviously.
How does Cullen compare to Grayson Greiner when Grayson was a freshman?
Well, they're two different. They're two different. I think two different players, obviously, but I think the thing that sticks out, a lot of people compare them because of their height and weight and their size. They both shoot. They're both darn good, and I thought Grayson was one of the better catchers that I've ever been lucky enough to be in a dugout with, and now I think the same thing about Cullen. I think I said a comment the other day, and I'm not trying to, Chris Cullen can play this game a long period of time. So can Grayson Greiner, but if you had to if you had to tell me I get one player, or if you tell me if I had to pick one player that might play a day in the big leagues on my team this year, and I got a number of them, but if I had to put all eggs in one basket, it would probably be Chris Cullen just because of how advanced he is in the position that he plays. But they're both great. They're both great Gamecocks. They're both great catchers, and thankful that we got Chris for this year, next year, and he'll be around a while. He's got a bright future playing this game.
Bowers, local kid from Lexington. I see USC Sumter. Is this the performance you saw back in the fall and in January? Because he's got 8 strikeouts down 3.1 innings. That's pretty good.
Right. He did throw very well in the fall. Tickled to death for Coley. He's living a dream, and we had to recruit the kid hard to come here, even though because there's other circumstances involved when the kid has to make a decision. But he did that to our guys all fall. He had a great fall, to the point where after the fall was over, we were wondering if he's going to be winning the weekend rotation. That's how good he was in the fall. And didn't have a great January. He got left some pitches up in the scrimmages and stuff, and his fastball wasn't as crisp as it was in the fall, but his fastball was back today. He threw some pretty good ones in there. That made his changeup that much better. So won't hesitate using him. He's got great makeup and mound presence, and he competes. He's been a pleasant surprise. I wouldn't say surprise. I've been thrilled the way he's thrown.
LT Tolbert, you've been high on him all year. He played second and a little bit of first today. Where do you see his role right now on the team?
Well, he's going to play all over the place, and it's just how it's going to be. We're going to continue to evolve a little bit defensively, and I got some gifted defensive players, and Alex is trying to get experience at first base, and he's going to make a great play like he did today, and then he'll look inexperienced on a play. So we're going to continue to work a couple guys over there because we can't afford, and once we get into conference play, we can't afford defensive lapses, I guess. And we can't afford not having a player in a position that's comfortable there. So we'll continue to see how that unfolds. But Alex is much better and much more comfortable at first, and LT's comfortable wherever I put him on the field. He can play a number of positions.
You mentioned getting some guys comfortable at first. Will you consider starting somebody else at first at some point this weekend, or just going to try to steal some innings?
Well, I mean, I'm not really trying to steal innings. I mean, Alex is He's played pretty much all season long, but I could put somebody else in there. If I do, I'll probably try to get. I want to get LT a game over there at some point. I don't know when that'll be though. It could be this weekend, but we got to keep getting better over there. And I think Alex is so much more improved than I thought he would be at this time. But he's still got a ways to go. And when I put LT over there, we're going to be a little bit inexperienced there as well. So, but he's an infielder by trade, so it won't be totally unfamiliar to him. And he's been great at it in practice. So I'll probably put him in there at some point real soon. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I need to have LT on the field, and he's a very gifted baseball player. Thank you.